Good morning, students. Once again, welcome you all in this English class. Students, today we will do fourth lesson of your supplementary book, that is A Question of Trust, written by Victor Cannon. Students, first I will give you a little introduction of the lesson. The story is about a man named Horace Denby, who is 50 years old, and everyone around him thinks he is a good and an honest man. He used to build logs and used to earn enough profit so that he could hire 2 servants to help him. He was sent to jail once about 15 years ago because he used to commit robberies every year. This year, when he goes to a house for robbery, he meets a woman who pretends to be the owner of the house. Later, when he leaves from there and is arrested after 2-3 days, he comes to know the truth of the lady, because that lady was also a thief. Now students, I am going to start a short explanation of the lesson. Listen it carefully. Horace Denby was a 50 years old man, was unmarried and lived with his housekeeper. The housekeeper used to worry about his health, although he was fit and fine, but used to have hay fever attacks in summer. He used to make logs and used to earn a profit that was enough for him to hire 2 helpers for his work. Everybody used to think that he was a good and honest citizen, but nobody knew that he had gone to jail about 15 years ago and served a sentence in a prison library. He got his love for rare and expensive books from there. Every year he used to steal money that would last him for a year, and with the rest of money he used to buy books through a secret agent. This year, during the summers of July, he was sure that he would steal as easily without getting caught as he used to do every other summer. He studied the house for over 2 weeks, studying the smallest details such as electric wiring, path, garden area, etc. That specific day, the servants who were supposed to stay back on the days when the family went to London went out for a movie. Horace saw them leaving and was happy instead of being worried about the tickle in his nose due to hay fever. He then left with a bag that had his tools. According to Horace, there were about £15,000 worth of jewels in the Grange's safe. He thought that even if he sold them one by one, he would get at least £5,000 that would keep him happy and content for 1 year. He also thought about the 3 books that were coming up in the autumn and thought that now he would have the money needed to buy those books. He saw the housekeeper of the Grange hang the keys on the hook outside the kitchen door. He took the key with a glove on his hands so as not to leave any fingerprints. He opened the door of the grange and used to be very careful about the fingerprints. He then saw a small dog sleeping in the kitchen. The dog moved a bit, made a noise, and then moved his tail in a friendly way. Horace then said, "All right, Sharia," which was the name of the dog. He knew that the trick to keep dogs quiet was to call them by their names and show them a bit of love. The safe of the grange was in the drawing room, hidden behind a painting. Looking at the painting, he thought that he should collect paintings rather than books, but then thought that it would be better to collect books in a small house because pictures required large places. Then, as he moved forward, he saw a bowl of flowers on the table. His nose was tickling due to the hay fever and the smell of the flowers. He arranged his tools and saw that he had about 4 hours until the housekeeper's return. The safe would not have been difficult to open, as he had lived with safes and locks all his life, and the burglar system of the house was not a good one. He went into the hall to cut the wires of the burglar system. He again sneezed loudly as the smell of the flowers came to him again. He was thinking to himself that how foolish rich people were when they had valuable things, as he recalled that the whole plan of the house, including the information about the safe, was given in a magazine. He saw that the smell of the flowers was constantly making him sneeze loudly. So he put a handkerchief on his face and continued his work. Then somebody from the doorway asked him that it was a cold or was it hay fever. Horace quickly replied, "A hay fever," and sneezed again. The other person then continued and told him that he could cure it provided he knew which flower caused the allergy and that he should see a doctor if he wanted to be a good thief. Then the other person said that his sneezing could be heard from the top floor of the house. The voice was calm and firm. Then he got a bit nervous as he saw a woman standing in the doorway. The woman was young, pretty, and dressed in red color. She walked towards him and arranged the decoration kept on the fireplace. Then she ordered the dog to stay away and said that people might be thinking that she was away for a month, but she was back in time and did not expect a burglar to welcome her back at her house. Horace was a bit hopeful as he saw that the woman was amused rather than being panicked on seeing a burglar. He thought that if he treated her well and did not do anything wrong, then he might let him go. He also told her amusingly that he also did not expect to meet a family member either, as he had thought that there was no one at home. Then she said that she realized what an inconvenience she was to him and asked him that what would he to do now. He replied that at first he wanted to run away. The woman replied that he could do so, but she would call the police and let them know that he was robbing her house and they would catch him. Horace replied that he would obviously cut the telephone wires first and then he would do something to her so that she was not able to do anything for a few hours. She looked at him seriously and asked him that would he hurt her. Horace replies that he was just saying that to frighten her. She was not frightened by what he said, and Horace then told her that it would be better that she forgot that she ever saw him and let him go. Suddenly she spoke in a sharp and loud voice that why should she let him go? He was there to rob her, and if she spared him, he would go and rob someone else. She said that the society needed to be protected from the people like him. He smiled and said that he was not a threat to the society, as he stole only from those people who had a lot of money. Also, he stole for a good reason, and he hated even the thought of going to a prison. She laughed at his reply, and he was begging her not to call the police. Horace was begging only because he thought that he had convinced her to let him go. He was desperately asking the woman not to go to the police and that he would surely stop robbing people. He promised her and told her that he meant what he said. She then looked closely towards him and asked him that was he really afraid of going to the prison. He shook her head and said that she always liked the wrong kind of people. This was an indication for Horace that she was also a thief, but he did not pick the clue. The woman picked up a cigarette box made of silver and took out a cigarette. Horace thought that if he pleased her, then she might help him. So he quickly removed his gloves and gave her his cigarette lighter. Then he asked her that would she let him go and pointed the lighter towards her cigarette. She replied that yes, she would let him go, but only if he would do something that she wanted. Horace quickly replied that he would do anything for her. The lady said that before going to London, she had promised her husband that she would put all the jewelry in the bank, but left it in the safe at the Greenwich. She had to go to the party now, but had forgotten the code of the locker. Horace said that he would do it, but he would have to break the locker, to which she replied that he need not worry about that, as her husband will return in a month, that she would get it repaired by then. Horace broke open the safe within an hour, gave her the jewels and left happily thinking that he was safe now. For 2 days he kept his promise to the lady that he would not steal, but on the 3rd day he thought about the books that he wanted to buy and started thinking that he would have to look for another locker to steal from. He could not even get the time to plan the next robbery as he was arrested. A police officer came to his house and arrested him as his fingerprints were all over the shot over Greenwich. Now, no one believed him when he said that the owner's wife had asked him to open the safe. The actual wife of the owner was an old woman who was 60 years old and was a sharp-tongued woman. She said that the story was nonsense because she had never met Horace, not to think of asking him to break open the safe. This means that the young woman who had asked Horace to open the safe had pretended to be the owner's wife, and she was a thief. Then Horace became the assistant librarian at the jail and thought about the woman who, being from the same profession, tricked him and got him caught. He felt really angry when someone talked about honor among thieves. So students, we have completed this lesson. Listen it carefully once again and do the assignments which I will send you. Thank you. God bless you all.